opportunity to testify today. I'm a member of the Model Board of Education, but I'm not here as a representative of the board and as a concerned parent. I'm the mother of a 14-year-old freshman who attends Model High School, and I'm refusing to allow my son to participate in the park. My decision to refuse testing for my son was not a decision that I made in haste. I thought very long and very hard about the pros and cons, and in the end, the cons far outweighed the pros. The bottom line for me was the tests are diagnostically and instructionally useless. Many kinds of assessment, diagnostic assessment, formative assessment, performance assessment, some classroom summative assessment have instructional value. They can be used to inform instruction and/or are themselves instructive. The results of the PARCC will not be broken down in any way that is of diagnostic or instructional use. Teachers and students will not be able to see the tests in order to find out what students got wrong and why. So the tests are of no diagnostic or instructional value whatsoever. This made me wonder, why would I allow my son to be subjected to hours of testing for no reason other than for some testing company to profit by selling more test prep materials and pushing more tests upon our students, all at the risk of forcing our curriculum to become nothing more than test prep classes, which it pretty much is right now. I am both angry and so very, very saddened at the thought of how much valuable instructional time is being wasted prepping for these tests. Many schools are reporting that they spend as much as a third of the school year preparing students to take these tests. That time includes actual test taking, pre-tests, benchmark tests, practice tests, time spent on test prep materials, time doing exercises and activities in textbooks and online materials that are based upon test questions. And what about the cost? Apparently the PARCC contract by itself is worth over $1 billion to Pearson in the first 3 years, and that's not including the Smarter Balanced Assessment Consortium and other state tests. Plus, don't forget the top costs of computer upgrades, both hardware and software. In fact, we really don't know the actual cost because there was never any cost analysis performed. The next logical question would be, who exactly is going to pay whatever these costs might be? Race to the top funds have dried up, and states are working with huge deficits. So no one can really do the math, but in the real world, facts are facts and the well is running dry. Now, where do we go from here? Well, we could follow suit with the other, now I'm not sure, it could be 14 states, it was 13 states who dropped out, it keeps growing by the day, out of the PARCC consortium, leaving only about 10, 11 active members. And here's yet another question. How can results from 11 or 10 active members be used to inform us as to the current state of our education system? Seriously, let's all think about that for a moment. I mean, what are we doing here? I was targeted by Governor Christie's grave concerns about Common Core standards and the way the initiative had been implemented. He said he especially has concerns about the way the Obama administration has tried to implement it through tying federal funding to these things, and that changes the entire nature of it from what was initially supposed to be a voluntary type of system that states could decide on their own. Well, funny, I'm not a politician. But I understood from the very beginning that the federal government basically coerced governors into accepting Common Core standards by offering federal funds. So this didn't just happen, it was always the case. But for voicing his concerns. Now I need him to remove New Jersey from PARCC consortium and rid our state of Common Core in the process. Why don't we return to our prior state standards, which were, by all accounts, among the top in the country, and move forward by using the resources we have available right here in our state. Let's engage our professors and teachers from institutions of higher learning within New Jersey to craft uncommon standards that we can all be proud of, that will provide the uncommonly great children of our uncommonly great state the education they deserve.